Okay, so what I want you to do right now is pause the video and have a look at the 3 recap questions. And when you're ready to check your answers, continue playing the video. Okay, so in question A, we've got 5x plus 2y minus 7x. We can only add and subtract like terms. The two like terms here are 5x and minus 7x. So 5 minus 7 is minus 2. So we have minus 2x. And we have this plus 2y that we just need to tack on to the end. Question B, when we multiply terms, we need to multiply all the coefficients together. 5 times 2 is 10, times 3 is 30. And then we've got our x, y, and x. Because there are two x's, x times x is x squared, representing two x's. And then our y. So we have 30x squared y. For question C, we've got a fraction 12a cubed b over 18ab to the 7. We need to simplify this fraction here. 12 and 18, they are both divisible by 6, or the largest number that they're both divisible by is 6. So 12 divided by 6 is 2, and 18 divided by 6 is 3. So that means I'll have 2 at the top, 3 at the bottom. If we're looking at the a's, the top has 2 more a's than the bottom, so I'm going to write a to the power 2 at the top, because there's 2 more a's. And the bottom has 6 more b's, so I'm going to write b to the power 6 at the bottom. And that's it. Okay, so in today's lesson, we're going to be looking at expanding brackets. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to do these two things: explain how the distributive law works, and use the distributive law to expand brackets. So what is the distributive law? The distributive law states that you must multiply everything inside the brackets by what's on the outside. So here we've got 3 normal questions. We've got 7 times bracket 3 plus 8 close bracket. Normally, we do the brackets first. 3 plus 8 is 11, and 7 times 11 is 77. However, according to the distributive law, we need to multiply everything on the inside by what's on the outside. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 8, or positive 8, is 56. And what's 21 plus 56? It's 77. In the second one, what we normally do is brackets first, according to order of operations. 6 minus 11 is minus 5. So we have 9 times minus 5, because remember there's an imaginary times in between these. So 9 times minus 5 is minus 45. But according to the distributive law, we can also multiply everything on the inside by what's on the outside. 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times minus 11 is minus 99. And 54 minus 99 is negative 45. We get the same answer. Have a go with the last one yourself. See how you would do it normally, and then use the distributive law. Okay, so let's check our answers. How would we do it normally? 2 minus 5 is negative 3. So we've got negative 4 times negative 3, which is positive 12. Because 4 times 3 is 12, negative times negative is positive. But if we use the distributive law, we've got negative 4 times 2, which is negative 8. Negative 4 times negative 5 is positive 20. And minus 8 plus 20 is 12. So, let's have a look at using the distributive law to expand brackets. Why can't we expand brackets normally for a question like 5 bracket x plus 2? It's because according to the order of operations, we need to do brackets first. But inside the brackets, we have x plus 2. They are not like terms. So we need to do brackets first. But what is inside the brackets aren't like terms. So we can't simplify the brackets. So I'm going to have a look at a few of these questions, and then I want you to pause the video and have a go yourselves. And I'll reveal 4 answers at a time. So I'll just go through question A, B, C, and D. And then I want you to pause the video, have a go with E to H, then check your answers, and then have a go with I to L, etc. So question A, we've got 3 lots of x plus 9. We need to do 3 times x, which is 3x, and 3 times positive 9 is 27. So it's plus 27. Okay, notice how I didn't say the answer was negative 27. If it was negative, we would put a minus sign. But because it's just a normal 27, we put a plus. Question B. 5 times y is 5y. But 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. Question C. Negative 6 times x is negative 6x. And negative 6 times positive 7 is negative 42. Because 6 times 7 is 42, but negative times positive will give us a negative answer. Question D. Negative 2 times a is negative 2a. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Negative times negative gives us a positive answer. So we write a plus. Okay. Pause the video, have a go with question E to H, and when you're ready to check your answers, continue playing the video. Okay, question E. Here are our answers. 4x plus 8. F is 8b minus 24. G is minus 2f minus 18. And H is minus H plus 5. So you got to be careful when we're multiplying with negatives. For example, in G, we have negative 2 times positive 9. 2 times 9 is 18. But negative times positive will give us a negative answer, so we write the minus there. In question H, there's an imaginary 1 out here. Negative 1 times H is negative H, but negative 1 times negative 5, well, 1 times 5 is 5, and negative times negative gives us a positive answer. Okay, so if there's no number outside the brackets, just imagine that there's an imaginary 1. Okay, pause the video, have a go with question I to L. Okay, let's work out these answers. We've got a times a, which is a squared, and a times 6, which is 6a. B times 4 is 4b. B times minus a is minus ab. Negative c times 2 is negative 2c. Negative c times positive 3d. Negative times positive gives us a negative answer. So we got negative 3cd. L, negative e times 5e. E times 5e is 5e squared. but we've got a negative times a positive, so that's negative. And negative e times negative 2, well, e times 2 is 2e, and negative times negative is positive. Okay. Question M to O. Pause the video, have a go with those. Alright, let's check these answers. We have 12x times 5x. 12 times 5 is 60. X times x is x squared. 12x times 7y. 12 times 7 is 84. X times y is xy. Question N. 8d times 4h. 8 times 4 is 32. And we still have our d and h. 8 times minus 7 is minus 56. D times d cubed is d to the power of 4, because there are 4 of them. Question O. Negative 10 times 5 is negative 50. F times f squared is f cubed, because there are 3 of them. And now we need to multiply negative 10f by e. Imagine there's a 1 at the front of that e. Negative 10 times 1 is negative 10. And we've got e and f. Question P and Q. Pause the video, have a go with these. Alright, so we've got 7x times 2x. 7 times 2 is 14. X times x is x squared. 7 times minus 3 is minus 21. But we have our x and y. 7 times positive 5 is 35. But we have our x and z. Okay, so remember, we are multiplying everything on the inside by what's on the outside. And what's on the outside? 7x. Not just the 7, not just the x, but both of them. Question Q. Negative 8 times 9 is negative 72. A cubed times a, well, there's now 4 a's. But we still have this b, so we need to write that b. Negative 8 times positive 7 is negative 56. We still have our a cubed, b, and c. Negative 8 times negative 4 is positive 32. A cubed times a to the power of 8, they both have the same base. So we can add the powers all together, they're 11 a's. But we still have b to the power 7 and c squared. Okay. Write 2 equivalent expressions for the area of each rectangle shown, only one of which includes brackets. So if we want to work out the area of question A, technically, this whole length is actually 5 plus x. So we want to work out the area of the huge rectangle of all of this. Then all we need to do is area is length times width. Or here, in this case, it'll be 2 times 5 plus x. So that's one of the expressions. The other one, all we need to do is expand the brackets. If we were to expand these brackets, area will equal to 2 times 5, which is 10, and 2 times x, which is 2x. And we can see that here, when we have a look at each of these smaller rectangles, if this orange one, if we can work out the area of that rectangle, it's just 5 times 2, which is 10. Well, if we want to work out the area of this green rectangle, it's x times 2, which is 2x. So the total area of the big rectangle is 10 plus 2x. Pause the video, have a go with question B and C. Okay, so here we've got this length here is technically a plus 3. So the area of the huge rectangle is 12 lots of a plus 3. If we were to expand that, it'll be 12a plus 36. 12 times a is 12a, 12 times 3 is 36. Okay, and if we want to look at this visually, this is equal to 12 times a, which is 12a. And this is equal to 12 times 3. 12 times 3, which is 36. So the total area is 12a plus 36. And the last one's a little bit more tricky. We have this length here, which is b plus 2. And we also have this length here, which is a plus 7. So technically the area is b plus 2 times a plus 7. You can write it the other way around if you want. A plus 7 first and then b plus 2, it doesn't matter. But how do we expand this? This is a little bit different. We'll probably learn this in year 9. So for now, let's look at it visually. The area of this rectangle is a times b, which is ab. The area of this rectangle is 2 times a, which is 2a. The area of this rectangle is b times 7, or 7b. And the area of this rectangle is 2 times 7, which is 14. So in total, the area is technically AB plus 2A plus 7B plus 14. It doesn't matter what order you write them in, as long as you have them all correct. Okay, let's have a look at the last thing for this lesson. Writing an expression for each of the following and then expanding it. So question A says, a number x has 3 added to it, and the result is multiplied by 5. So all of this is multiplied by 5. So when we expand this, we get 5x plus 15. Pause the video and have a go at B, C, and D. Okay, question B. Let's have a go with this. A number B has 6 added to it, and the result is doubled. So we multiply it all by 2. 2 times B is 2B, 2 times 6 is 12. Question C. A number Z has 4 subtracted from it. Z has 4 subtracted from it, and the result is multiplied by 3. 3 times Z is 3Z. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. And question D. A number Y is subtracted from 10. So this time we've got 10 minus Y. And the result is multiplied by 7. 7 times 10 is 70. 7 times negative y is negative 7y. Okay, so now you should know how to expand brackets. That's it for this video.